F. F's for the door open. Is there? Did the stream go down? We might have hit the 48 hour. I'm still up. I think we may have hit the 48-hour limit. Alright, so it sounds like we're back. Sorry about the hiccup. It did not go down on my end, which is why I saw the Fs in chat and I was like, what happened? I didn't crash, did I? I'm still playing. I looked and see the stream still up. Yeah, you gotta hug this wall super tight to avoid encounters. And I got lazy. So we died. That was, of course, entirely intentional. Oh, that's interesting. I had to be like, what is LL, but for a minute, and then it's like, oh yeah, that probably means, in context, that's probably low latency. But yes, I am. I didn't much think about it, but then yeah, that would make sense that we 48-houred again. I was like, oh crap, why did we go down? It's like we already had one game crash. I really was kind of hoping not to have another one. Low latency as far as reducing the time between the life's faded, between when the signal gets sent to Twitch and when it gets beamed back to you. Truly, the 48-hour uptime limit before Twitch brings the stream down automatically. I completely spaced out on remembering to ask about that. I'm gonna pick up a spear right here. It's actually quite hard to see during the daytime. So we are now in Shamwood. So for anybody who played this growing up, if you actually found Shamwood on your own without a guide, congratulations. You are better than I am. In at least that regard, because I definitely did not. I'm okay with admitting it. I really do like this music. I wouldn't say I prefer it over Barragoon more, but I mean, it's just way down in the middle of the desert. Like, you have to go way far out of the way in the desert to find this place because, you know, you really had to go exploring like everywhere to find this place, because like how are you going to search, how are you going to know to search way down? I mean, there are a couple of NPCs who like, hey, there may be some kingdom deep in the desert if you look for it, but like how many kids really went looking for it? Because little lass Rhea certainly wasn't one of them. No, almost done here. Just gotta pick up 6 more spirits. Five more. Two, one, and one more spirit out back outside. I'm gonna cast Return. That sends us back here, so we don't have to do all of the walking to get out of Shamwood and back through the desert and all that other stuff. And I'm gonna take a safety save because yes, there is spirit cloning, and then the extension of that, which is the death spirit clone, which are ways to get massive amounts of spirits very, very quickly. There is also the agility glitch, which is what I've been using to make myself be nice and fast and have lots of agility. And then there is 2 different ways to go out of bounds. There's the Battle Arena clip out of bounds, which we would use to go out of bounds in Coal Hazard and Blue Cave. There's a Battle Arena clip that lets you go out of bounds. In Maragoon Tunnel, there is a sharp, acute angle that you can actually go out of bounds without doing an arena clip. And then there is a compression out of bounds that you can use to go out of bounds with certain enemies by using the compression spell to get pushed out of bounds. We used to use that in Coal Hazard, and we still use it in Boil Hole, except in low percent where you don't get compression. So the Boil Hole out of bounds is done with a Battle Arena clip, but it's a really hard to execute arena clip. That's definitely a lot more difficult than the compression out of bounds. Yeah, there are a number of different places you can go out of bounds in the game. So yes, to answer your question, which I hope is sufficiently answered, Cache Override. Not in this category, although there is a run of me doing full glitches, which is probably the best run I've ever done of this game. There's my 157-19 run of all spirits with glitches. Now, for reference, with full glitches, any percent is under an hour 20 now because of the death clone being stupidly overpowered. You can use it to get it like 70 plus. You get like 70 spirits at the very beginning of the game. So you walk into Solvering where you are maxed out of water. You're like 35 spirits into water, and you're like almost maxed out of Earth. And you just brothel stomp, cheese him, doing like 140 damage per water pillar, and just like 2-shot him. And it's just kind of makes the first few bosses a joke. And then you have like no defense, so you find a pinhead and you die. And true story, that's how a lot of runs die, is to, oh my gosh, to either guilty barrier drops or to pinhead. If you're truly going for a competitive time, I believe Bing Cheng's world record is like a 119.22, maybe. Maybe I don't know if he's gotten 118 XX yet, but that is. And then with Death Clone, like Bing Cheng's got like a 156 in all spirits, but he doesn't really care that much about the category. Without Death Clone, I have a 157, which is like a stupidly good run. Yeah, I'm glad I could. So yeah, if you are, Pinhead is an enemy in this game. But yeah, if you are interested in speedruns of Quest 6, oops. Oh, not an F. That should be a that should be a B. There we go. Sorry, not the ignore the first one. The second one, that is the person that you should follow if you are interested in speedruns of Quest 64. I really only do them periodically for marathons. I guess kind of a filler run, but he's the one who actually does them a lot more often and does other categories as well. So if Quest 60, if for some ungodly reason you barrier, this is not the place to miss. Thank you. If for some ungodly reason you are interested in Q64 runs, I can at least point you in the right direction. I'm the crazy lady you want to follow if you want to see Legaia runs, because nobody else really does those, which is a shame because they're both good games and interesting runs in their own right. Is that so? Need 20 rocks on Guilty. Oops, I did it again. Why do I say that? Because he's not that innocent. Boo! Boo! To which I would say, yeah, I totally deserve that. Totally deserved. You can't see me because I'm not using a webcam for this run. But, I was giving the most... I was glaring at the stream, I was bewilderingly looking at the screen in, I'm gonna need you to like ixnay on the rocks going everywhere except at Guilty's face. Thank you very much. Also, please. Oh my, budge you game, budge you. Am I a salty? I am definitely, as it says in my stream, as it says in my stream bio, I am equal parts salty, sweet, and hot, and I am definitely showing the salty part. I think we're at 9 rocks. 10. This fight is not going ideally. Unfortunately. $14.50. Okay, there. That's progress. That is definitely progress being made. I'm up to 15 rocks. Might have been a little close. $19. It'd be like one hit away. Nope, it's 2 hits away. But he's dead. We got him! Awesome, we did it. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, we did it. We got past guilty. Things are going well. So it was definitely a big sigh of relief there. Just about done with this dungeon. Well, we have one more boss to go in the dungeon, and then we have the final dungeon, which is kind of a two-parter. This is pretty much right as we get to the point of no return, which is coming up just momentarily. After this is kind of the last save point before the point of no return. That is the last overworld spirit we get in the game. Once we get up these stairs, we'll hit a gold plated door, and that is the point of no return. Well, unless you die outside and then you get warped back past on the other side, which actually does get used in low percent. But yeah, this is the door, the point of no return. You can no longer get out there. So everybody, hi dad, bye dad. Brian's a chest, Brian's not a chest. Hi dad, bye dad. Hi Shannon, bye Shannon. If FFZ, you can hi dad, bye dad. Well, I don't know if it's on this channel, but if it were, you could hi dad, bye dad. Anyway, yeah, we're coming up on Bogus here any moment. gosh. Brian, thank you. So Guilty has all elements. So he actually takes half damage from any spells. Bogus does not, so he actually takes a lot more damage from your spells, and so he will only need 10 rocks as opposed to 11. Well, or 10 rocks plus that rock 1 as opposed to 20 like Guilty did. Yeah, like Guilty did. Try to pull him a little bit away from nice to so we have 3 rocks out of 10. I'm trying to drag him a little bit away from the corner, because if you have him right on the edge, you'll start to have some rocks that fall off and fall off the edge, and that will lead to fewer rocks, more lag and fewer rocks dropping overall, which is not obviously what you want to be doing, surprisingly enough. 4, 5. Progress is being made. It is slow, but it is nonetheless progression. I'm sure I can find a couple things to do if we need someone, if we need to buy a little time. We still got plenty of. I was like, oh my gosh, we're almost at an MP. But no, we have plenty of those, so I shan't be too worried. So that's like, what, 7 rocks now? Hey, beam! 8, 9. No, this is about average. This is about typical for the Donato. There we go. This is very much in keeping with what I know of this game. Getting only 1 to 2 to land on him is extremely typical. Thankfully, the final boss is absolutely massive, and getting like 6 or 7 rocks to drop on the final boss with each cast it is kind of not at all outside the realm of expectation. Which is amazing because it will chunk him for 90 a rock, and like you can do like 500 plus damage a cast. Which, for reference, the final boss has 2,300 HP, so you can pretty close to quarter the boss's, take a full quarter off the final boss's health with every cast. So the developers, this game was definitely rushed, and in the end game, it really shows. So there is going to be another room that looks almost exactly like this one. They are not the same room. So when you see another checkerboard pattern room, don't like freak out and be like, oh my gosh, RREIA, you like step back like 5 minutes. Because I did not. It will only appear that way. The nice thing about this final dungeon is because they rushed the battle, like where your danger zones are for getting into battles. You can hug the wall in a lot of rooms to avoid encounters. Which of course we will make as much use of as possible. Oh my gosh, don't go back in. That would set you back. So there's the pinhead. I mentioned the pinhead being very, very nasty. As you can see, it chunked me for 150 damage. That is why we have a few healing potions left over. I have absolutely no qualms about burning a healing potion for this. That's why we have them. Yeah, 126. They hurt. There is a reason why I said that pinheads were very much the cause of a lot of resets in any percent runs. Because there's no way, unless the pinhead misses with one or more of its attacks, there's no way you're surviving all 3 hits. It's just not happening. You're not going to survive any of these attacks, and you'll like it. Again, the casual knock off half your health. Most of this is because our defense is super ludicrously low, and because of how the game's internal mechanics and damage calculation formula works. If I had even like double the defense I currently have, so I think I have like 20 defense. If I had even 40 defense, they'd start be doing like 30 odd fireball as opposed to 50. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is the second checkerboard room. Not the same as the first one. I would say we were about 4 minutes away from the end of the game. So, I'm not sure if there's anyone around to call time. No, I did not. As it turns out, I did not backtrack. I even said as much, and that's okay. I think I have at least something that I can stall for a few minutes. I think I can find... I think I have something that we can do. Oh, nope, never mind. Oh. Call the time. Thinking that I could, if I had a file at the end of the game, could do like how the low percent fight goes. See, so we've been live for like 2:28 right now. So even with losing 8 minutes to a game crash, we're still gonna finish just a couple minutes under estimate. I'm okay with this. Would have been a 2:20 or so if not for the game crashing on me and costing me 8 or 9 minutes. Perfectly acceptable. Seriously, it's the first time I've ever had that happen. So this is Mammon, the purple space alien. So absolutely overly massive. So we're just going to absolutely chunk. Might have time. We'll see. Yeah, we just did like 450 damage to Mammon there. And chunked him for even more. Oh no, I got lag walled. Just kidding, I dodged it. No! Ow! That hurt. The final boss music is quite good. Out of an abundance of caution, I will go ahead and heal up. You can see this pattern of going back and to the left and then start spinning around in circles. How you're... yeah. Everybody sing it with me now. We will rock you. Rock you. Yeah, you can move during to try to dodge enemy attacks. Alright, he's dead. Ta-da! Time. You wanted an ending? Shannon, Mammon has been destroyed, but I'm still here. But why? Was I not bound to Mammon for eternity? Master Brian, is this your doing? Deep inside me, I guess I always knew that you would be triumphant. The life force that is human is much greater than the force of evil could ever hope to attain. Mammon was always jealous of you humans, overflowing with the power of life. I have made a decision. I want to learn more of your human ways. I am leaving Sutland in order to meet as many people as I can. Perhaps if I experience enough, I, too, may find my own humanity. Perhaps we will meet again, but until that time, you have my undying thanks. Farewell, Brian. You wanted an ending? That's your entire ending. Okay, I'm running off now. Who wins, giant devil monster or one little boy with a stick? I'm putting my money on the boy with the stick. Before Brian's eyes, peace slipped farther and farther away, and the world of Mammon emerged. Mammon, driven by unprovoked jealousy, usurping the brightness and the uniqueness of human life. But the sacredness of the life force can never belong to Mammon, and Mammon has been returned to the darkness from which it sprang. Only a few people know Sultan was saved from disaster by a young magician's apprentice. The people can now return to their peaceful daily lives. New towns rise from the ruins completely reborn. Even those who are injured or hurt are made whole again. Might once more the people are blessed with the warmth of fire, the wind's caress, cool water, and the fruits of the earth. The world will prosper forever as long as people stay close to the four forces of nature and balance, and as long as they walk hand in hand. Brian. Yes, as it turns out, they actually wanted to name him Jack. In the Japanese version, his name is actually Jean-Jacques. Yeah, they actually wanted to be Jack for whatever reason. And his dad, Bartholomew, but Bart for short. Bob the Builder. Can we fix it? Bob the Building? Not a chance. Not a chance in Hiffle. So I've been asked to stall for a little bit of time before we get to the next run, so yes, Jean-Jacques, exactly. So I'm going to use the exclamation runner command to shamelessly shout myself out. Do any percent? I don't think I have time to do any percent, nor do I particularly want to. It's not like super high on my list of priorities at the moment. I don't have to stall, okay, so we are ready for the upcoming run. That's good to know. So I will be back tomorrow to do some Earthbound to finish off the marathon because we have hit our $1,000 goal. So congratulations and thank you to everybody who donated to get to that $1,000 mark. So sorry, I had to clap a little bit louder.